Championship of Newcastle. Newcastle United FC.
Buongiorno everyone, welcome to this week's Midweek Magpies. We talk about the Southampton game, joined by special guest here, Mick Foley.
Cactus Jack.
Huge win over Southampton on the weekend, 3-0. It was a bit too easy, wasn't it?
Didn't expect that. It was 50 seconds in or something.
Unbelievable.
And normally you would give a goal away, shit ourselves for the full 90 minutes.
I'd sit back for the full 90, but Southampton just never got out of space again, never threatened.
Kicking back. The first shot on target, like second half or something like that. Young kid.
Josh Simmons,
It was.
he's unbelievable. He's got potential. Like, if he sold Liverpool in a couple of seasons time, 59.
Really will. No, I think it shows you Southampton. I say they're getting rid of Claude Pulis. He's went to Leicester doing the job.
Well, they got rid of a manager. What? Got 8th place, cup final. Oh, complain about football, but it shows, you know, the grass isn't always greener. You should be grateful for what you've got.
Yeah. Indeed.
So look at West Brom as well for fucking getting rid of Pulis and the guy and doing with Pardew.
Oh, the fucking writers on the cards.
You've got to be careful what you wish for, ladies and gentlemen.
Hey, look at fucking Pardew on fucking taxis getting fucking stolen. People kicking off in the dressing room. That's just the fucking.
He was saying the other day though, he's not doing anything about that. Because it's like 3 of their best players and Boaz Myhill. Like if it was if
senior members in the squad,
like if it was like the younger stuff, they were saying like with Nigel Pearson, like he sacked his aunt's son because of what he was doing, like
shagging
because it's 3 of the good players. Like he took the captaincy off Johnny Evans for 1 week, and that's it.
And give it back. Oh, actually, Johnny, we need you.
Yeah,
we need you.
That's it. When I read that, I thought it was going to be like the 17-18-year-old lads taking the piss, but it's senior members of the squad that just didn't.
They're married with kids and that.
Showing men do not grow up. That's
it's just they've had their escape. They're on holiday from the missus and just
take them with a taxi.
Leave that taxi.
You leave a taxi. It's got to get sold at the end of the day. You know what I mean?
Aye.
Different country. It's already out there, and they thought it was part of the law. Was that?
I think it was a tuk-tuk now.
But Pardew reminds me of like a supply teacher. I think they
locking themselves in the cupboard.
I think they'll just like no one to respect you at all, mate.
He was like the substitute PE teacher. People just fucking ran riot.
Right, lads, you're going to play badminton today. No, we're not. We're going to go and kick this football around the field and do whatever we want.
Alright, what we're going to do is we're going to kick this football around the field. Alright, that's right.
I'm the one in charge. Yeah, it was my idea to kick the football around the field.
We used to getting a gig cross country and that. Everyone used to just hide out in the bushes and smoke talking.
Well, that's pretty much the same thing. They hit a taxi team beat.
No, fuck no. It was winning though. Like it's I don't know. It's weird. I'm trying to enjoy it. I haven't since the championship. I haven't really enjoyed weeks. I've got 3 weeks to really enjoy it, and I just keep nagging feeling that like Huddersfield just deal with like 1-0.
Didn't say that.
I keep thinking it, and it's doing me. It's spoiling me 3 weeks. I need to get this
enjoy it where you can. Just keep watching match of the day and enjoy it where they can. Scoring a few goals.
I think this has happened a few times though. Like every time the team get a good win, there's a break. Like it's a national break. Yeah. Like we've said this a few times. Like we always ask people like after a good win, you think like, oh, do you reckon the international break's coming a good time? Then like you come back and like just shit.
I think the plus side
this happens
because you want the momentum. You want to
right time. Somali should be fit.
True.
Get him up. Even if he's not necessarily going to start, I wouldn't start him because of how we played. But at least he can come on against Huddersfield. Candy though, Brazilian. Oh, it's not very often we have a Brazilian on these shows.
He had a bit of a quiet game in the sense he didn't get on the ball that much, but 2 magnificent finishes, especially the first one.
The first one was so good. Because I thought the second goal was better in terms of team football. Dwight Gayle, when he got the ball,
perfect counter attack.
Dwight Gayle, when he got the ball, normally 9 out of 10 strikers greedy, they want to shoot. He obviously, in terms of what you need when you're down at the bottom, you just need to see the win out instead of being greedy. He could have took that goal for himself. Might have missed. Perfect ball.
He looked like Ozil, but better.
He missed a couple in that game, and I think maybe his confidence was low or whatever, but he did the right thing with squaring instead of trying to lash it around the corner.
Shelby at the minute as well, mate.
He's trying to get that paint to Russia, isn't he?
Oh, he's trying to get on.
He's trying to get that consistency, which has always been the problem with him, but
I didn't think he could tackle. fucking flying in, right?
Well, him and Dion.
Most of the time you can't.
Fucking Paul Scholes with fucking hair. That's fucking, no, he's trying to get on that plane. Like, we haven't got anybody else in the team, to be fair, that can pass that. I don't think. It's not to say you could go, but it's.
Chelsea is one of the best passers, I think, in the Premier League, really. Like,
Yeah,
on his day, like, Southampton has a fucking shit show.
I think it's
like,
Spain would be loved.
If he was consistent
when he was
and
at
sorted his head
Liverpool-
out, he'd be in the team.
when he was at Liverpool, like, people called him like the next Gerrard and that, because his passing range was
I
outstanding.
think in England, like players like that, well, I don't know, there's two ways to look at it, because I always think if he was in Spain, he'd be loved, but then Pep Guardiola spoke about Jack Wilshere, he's like, he's just an average player in Spain. So it's weird for us.
We've got millions of Jack Wilshere, like, he's not special.
It's the beauty of football, though, isn't it? People fucking just different, you know what I mean?
No.
Like, but no, a massive win, massive fucking. Whoa! I just want to get it out!
Kennedy is apparently available for 50 million in this day and age.
That's alright.
Is that a snap up?
Mate, in this day and age.
That's not far from Newcastle's record signing, though, isn't it? It's only a couple of million off.
That is the equivalent of 3 mil. But honestly, that is so cheap in terms of these days. Like, you look at Hosdu, you were saying the other week, like 5 million is like a £250,000
£5 million
15 mil is an average player, where I think Kennedy is above average, and he's got the potential to be
50 million. What like championship players have been going for now, isn't it?
Look what Ashley likes. He likes young players who's going to make them a profit.
I buy him 15 now.
50.
You can sell him back to Chelsea 45 in a couple of years' time.
Yeah,
Chelsea love doing that. Get rid of the players and buying them back.
He could be on the bench for fucking 2 years, and the way the market's gone, in fucking 2 years he'll go for 30. You know what I mean? Like,
You know, like,
can do that.
Teams like Wolves and that are like putting out like 30-40 million bids and stuff for like international players these days. So why can't
look at
the Toon fork out 15 million on a Brazilian winger?
Look at Borough, they spent like 80 million on Aston Malanga. No, you know what I mean, that's a championship team, championship striker, so
that's more than Newcastle's record signing.
we could wear like Fury and 50 million, so it's fucking...
It's nuts that we have to even have this discussion.
Really
as a Newcastle fan,
please have 50 million to sign in.
We always whinge about transfers, and I would never ever. I'm kind of lenient. Like, I just think, oh, it's all right, they're doing the best. Then when I fucking think about it, I think, you've got teams spending fucking 20-30 million constantly, and we're fucking getting fucking Chorizo, fucking Ozelu.
You got Man City
fucking shit show of the year, fucking.
But you got Man City spending 150 million on fullbacks.
I know.
Like, how can't you spend at least 15 million on an attacking player that's going to help it scoring goals, isn't it?
It just doesn't make any sense. But Benitez, to give him credit, he's been getting not a bit of stick because everybody sticks like by him, but he's been a bit defensive in terms of some games. Like
the Bournemouth game was just playing on it, like being too little more negative.
This game, he's obviously. I haven't seen the players come out the blocks like that this season. Like,
it was nice to see we kill off the game instead of in other games where half sat back and invited pressure.
In the Premiership, I've always felt like a championship team this season trying to compete. Like, you have to be 100%, otherwise you're never going to get anything. But this game, I felt like we were the Premiership team and they were. Yeah.
Do you think perhaps like the last few weeks have been a little bit better because like we've seen a little bit less of Hosselu maybe?
Indeed, that's always better, baby.
Because Gayle stepped up now, though.
Yeah.
Even a couple of goals, but like his work rate.
Yeah. Dummett
been playing really well now. Six. The fans are shouting out Jordi Maldini the other day, weren't they?
Jordi Maldini.
Yeah, I'm gonna get that fucking still sell next year, please. I'd rather have Maldini. But get Maldini, he's fucking old as he
Maldini at 40.
No, to be fair, you know, he works his arse off. He's staying Harried at the minute.
He's doing his job.
My issue with him is normally
he has been good.
Normally, my issue with him is he'll run up and down, and people get past him. Like, if you look at most attacks, people were getting past him. If you actually look at it, it was people coming in on his side. Past few games, he's actually been doing his job.
Getting the outside tackle for a throw-in.
I'm not getting excited about 3 games. You know, Hosselu scored with 3 or 4 goals this season. It's fucking get them both, dude. Fucking get them in.
Richie's been class since he was brought back to the team now, because he was disappointed at the start of the season. He was in and out of the team, and then he looked tired all the time, but he's been class now, and he came with a goal.
I think even when you look at the Premiership games compared to the Championship games, even the style of football we went from I think it hindered where we went from having the ball constantly to you're watching Championship. You weren't even like, I'm nervous in a football game. In the Championship, I was barely nervous because we always had the ball.
Everyone's letting you do your thing.
He's had to change the full way we're playing, and it's not because it's just because the players aren't good enough to keep the ball in terms of the other. So it's as if you're a different team. So
he's had to try. You're right there. Like, the amount of changes had to be done.
I don't think Newcastle's going to get relegated, but like they've still got just a good Championship team. So like they didn't put that much money in the summer. Like, fuck all in January. Like, need to get.
We're so back in the Championship as well.
If you want to lose the tag of a Championship team, which Newcastle are, if you want to like be established as a Premier League team and fight for like top 10, you need to get money because it's just not good enough at the minute. Like,
they brought that up though when they said like we spent more money getting up than we did trying to steal.
50 mil.
But it just didn't make sense because when it come to January, when we knew the fucking fight we're in,
you're not
I
getting
think
more
that's
money,
the point where you're like, right, this is the time to invest.
I don't know how it works, I might be talking to us, but do you not get like parachute payments for going up, or is that when you go down?
That's when you go down.
So do you get money for going up, I guess? So you want to make sure I went up to get loads of money?
You'll get
I suppose if you
you'll
think,
get
I'll not back up because we're going to do, I get all that money just to plough back in to get back up.
True.
If I'm thinking of a businessman, I'm thinking, he's took the fucking season off and he's fucking in the fucking casino just fucking chilling.
But
him and Andy Carroll laughing together, you got that big payoff, didn't you? There's some chips, mate, there you go.
I'm playing 3 years and I'm
fucking champion mistress. You fucking prick.
I think when they got relegated though, like, it was quite clever what they've done, because like they reshaped the squad, but they just bought players that they knew would get them up from the championship.
The signings were amazing.
So they just built a very good championship team. But a very good championship team is not going to get you far.
Even players like Richie, who were like one of Bournemouth's best players, and he dropped down to play for us.
Perfect signs. Gayle, which I said when I was signing,
they made a lot of
I said
sense,
for 2 years
like,
I wanted to play more for Palace. Then when I signed him, I was like, in the championship, you look at a team, we're going to have the ball constantly, especially with Shelby.
You get chances.
Shelby's weird because in the Premiership he's very good on his day, but some days he's not. In the Championship, he's just the best player on the park nearly every game. Like he's like just enjoying himself, piece of piss. Because players in the Championship were giving him space, which I can never understand. But no, perfect, absolutely perfect signings coming up.
I think he just dropped his arse a bit actually, didn't he? Like he put loads of money in to get them back.
I think he was getting sold though, didn't he? I think that's what he was thinking.
I think he just dropped his arse a bit. But he didn't want to.
I think it goes back to the time that he did invest though. Remember when he gave McLaren loads of money, and he spent 12 million on Townsend, 12 million on Shelby, and 30 million on Thauvin, and it didn't work out. So I think he's got trust issues there now investing. But you should think, right, I give that money to McLaren, not fucking Rafa.
Yeah, you're laughing about Thauvin. He's seen him in France.
Second best player in Europe, isn't he?
And so bad for us, man.
I think he got the most. He's got more goals to games, assists and all that. Like top 3.
I didn't really like trust someone if they've had like a failed career in a different league. Like he's bossing it in France.
That's the same. I didn't understand.
He's bossing it in France, but he did shit in the
I
Premier League.
don't understand. It's 11 players.
He wasn't given much chance in the Premier League, not on fucking played him out of position and that. But
it's
it was too late. It was too young. Happened too quick, didn't it?
Do you know what I don't understand though?
Like same with Remy Cabert.
Home away, different league. What the fuck does it matter? It's 11 versus 11. It's the same
state of play in the fucking.
It's weird. It's fucking
quality, don't it?
But like, no one's like fully from the country that they're playing in anyway. So like you say, like the football style is different in France, but like how? Because like there's loads like African and Spanish and Brazilian players.
I think it's philosophies and managers now. I think it's obviously it's much. I think probably at that level it's very different. I think we look at it from the level where I used to when you just get on the pitch and play. It's just like a science to them, isn't it? Really, like everything they're going through. So.
Thauvin was used to playing in France, having time on the ball, and then he came to England. He's getting fucking snapped every week.
He's got fucking James Collins fucking sticking the heat in there.
He's never even seen anyone that looks like James Collins before. Like
Neil Ruddock's on the sidelines, just fucking shouting at him, swearing at him.
Like he's coming out the tunnel against fucking good-looking French lads, and he comes to England, and then you got fucking big James Collins, and he's thinking, what the fuck are you? Fucking big, ugly bastard, and then he's straight in his face.
It's fucking awful. You've seen Luke Chadwick, he's like, ooh. Luke Chadwick doesn't get a mention very often, but you were an ugly man. Champ, I know 102 legend though, thank you very much. Attacking midfielder, right or left, either one. Wing. Unbelievable.
That young Giggsy.
Oh, young Giggsy, phenomenal.
Gayle in the Championship, he's struggling in the Premiership, got 26 goals in the Championship.
I hope we don't get rid of him.
Another one though that we have got rid of for the time being, Mitro, banging them in for Fulham in the Championship.
Every Toon fan is like, I said he should be playing. I would have liked to see him play, especially on this form, but at the end of the day, you've got to back Rafa. Like,
that's maybe he's just like his standard though, Mitro. Like maybe he's just a good Championship player, isn't he? Like, he was alright in the Premier League to be fair. He still scored the goals, but
he scored 9 in a team that went down. That was
like he has got a bit of
a get a chance this season. When he did against West Ham, he scored.
You can see from what he's like on the field. You can see from what he's like on the field. Like his attitude's a little bit stinking. So maybe he's on the training pitch. It's just worse, and Rafa just didn't cut for that shit. But in the Championship, he's just looking like a.
Do you know what I think it is with him? Do you know?
Premier League managers might not play with his bullshit.
I don't think it's attitude. I think Rafa's very about all about tactics, and I think Mitro is more about passion, and Rafa is just.
And once he's been let down, he's kind of shutting Rafa.
Gerard was saying Rafa never really praised you. It was you do this, you do this, you do this. You didn't do that. He's very. That's the way his management style is. So someone that loves passion would get the best out of him. So it's not. I mean, it was not good.
Another quote like the other day. Like I think it's like when Torres scored his first hat trick or something. Everyone was like citing his ball. Everyone was saying how many he was, and Rafa was like, "He missed 3 shots."
And you gave the ball away 8 times.
And that's you gave the ball away 8 times. Missing that, like.
Again, it's very different from our vantage point. Like as a fan, you love that. I love Mitro. Like, I love his passion. He could fuck up 10 times for me, and I'm like, I don't care, he tries, but is that, when you're at that level and you're a manager, that's probably Dean Rafa's fucking heathing. I don't understand how he's let Hoslu get away with it.
That's what I mean. I think that's the thing that angers me. Like, fair enough if we had other people there, other players up top who were good enough, but between Gayle, Hoslu and Mitro,
because Mitro had, at least he had passion. So for me, as a manager, I'd rather Mitro.
But he put yourself about more than, like, Hoslu just trying all that, but you'd fancy Mitro like top is more of a bully in that. And
was it?
He just hasn't got quality. He's 5 million.
I think he come on.
He's worth 5 million.
I think he come on against
Mitro
Liverpool.
paid like 39 million from that.
I don't know if it was Liverpool or a game before he come on. And it was like, we were chasing for a goal, and I swear down, there was like 3 Liverpool defenders. He got the ball just ahead of them. He was about to start running, and it was like time stopped. I started laughing because I was about 7 players back. By the time he took a step, and I was like, how is that even possible? Like, look, he tries. If he's in, I honestly think he's a League One. So I don't even think he's a Championship, and that's my issue. Like, I think in the Championship, you get you 10 to 15 goals.
At best, I
think he's.
I think he'd be alright in the Championship.
Shit.
I didn't think he would. He hasn't got enough fucking strength in that, really.
Like, why? Like, you know, no, this tells you Chris Wood went for something like 15 mil. Like, Chris Wood's alright, but I still wouldn't even want him.
I reckon Hostel would be alright in like the Dutch league or something.
Oh, indeed. Fucking Alfonso Alves.
Everyone's good in the Dutch league. I'm fucking good in the Dutch league.
Alfonso Alves, eat your heart out. Fucking Hoslu over there. Hoslu, still Alfonso Alves.
Like, Luke de Jong. He's fucking
see his
overhead
kick or something the other day.
Luke de Jong's a fucking phenomenal player in the Dutch league.
Fucking world.
In the Dutch league, Luke de Jong's a phenomenal player.
Nah, it's fucking mental, like. But in terms of Newcastle going forward, like, I'm chuffed about this 32 points. If we beat Huddersfield, all I can think about, I'm proper.
That's the game. We said this was a massive game last week, but now we've got the points in the bag. Obviously, the next one's the biggest one. But it really is, because if we win that, offense, it would be safe.
I think, you know what, right? Like, I would love a win. Like, more than anything, I would love to just turn them over, and then that just eases all the stress and the tension, and then I think we'll win more. But I think I've got a feeling we'll draw. If we lose, we're right back in the shit, and we'll be panicking.
That's maybe Raphael thinking now, like you say.
And that's my issue. That's my concern.
But to make sure Huddersfield don't.
But it's so happening. You mustn't have thought that, like, unless the person just went fucking mental. Which they did.
I think they knew that's how they're going to be a pushover because of the way in trying and recent games. Huddersfield, you know, they'll come with a fight. Huddersfield are like the Blackpool of this year, aren't they? Where honestly, the squad on paper is shite.
Aaron Moy, the new Charlie. He's there.
But they're doing class with the team they've got because of the effort.
He's very good.
Wagner's a decent manager, no?
That Stephen Mooney is underrated. I can see him moving like a West Ham or something like that. Like fucking West Ham.
He was
right in the football club.
He was quite expensive, wasn't he?
They did.
Very good player. Wagner's. I don't watch much of them, but every time I see them, they're playing good football. They're fucking.
Beat us 1-0, didn't they?
Huddersfield and Brighton. Like, this could be one of the first seasons where well, I know it has happened before, but it's not very often you get all 3 promoted teams. They might all fucking still.
Yeah. Right, they could do.
West Ham, Southampton, and Stoke might go down.
Houghton just got a manager of the month.
Glenn Murray is on fire.
Glenn Murray to Russia.
Glenn get him on the plane.
Yeah, you're laughing at me, but Kane's fucked.
Glenn Murray's an underrated player. Is Kane fucked, is he?
He's only out for a month, but
Newcastle team, so he'll be fucking
45% fit.
He'll not be fit, and he'll fucking play every game. He'll take the corners. He'll fucking.
Maybe I shouldn't have went. I was fucked, but yeah.
Just suck it in.
You shouldn't have went, should I? Fucking, you got Mertesacker fucking having a breakdown because he's.
But Kane is going to be out for next month's friendly, so Southgate announced his squad tomorrow. Glenn Murray. He's going to be like Glenn Murray is the fucking modern day Ricky Lambert. Remember when Ricky Lambert got called up? He scored on his debut.
Fucking Michael Ricketts, eat your fucking heart.
I'm telling you, that's his fucking
Dave.
He's going to have a
Dave Nugent. Obscure players fucking who had that one England captain score. Nugent, Lambert, Bridges, Ricketts, Glenn Murray, 2018.
I'm looking forward to this squad.
Do we think the break is a good idea? Rafa's taking the lads on holiday, 4-day break in Spain, keep the match fitness up.
As long as I'm not nicking the fucking taxi.
As long as Johnny Evans isn't in the squad.
He said need parties, need
toots.
He's getting away from the families though, bit of nice weather.
I can't be a bad thing. How can that be a bad thing?
Because they make it wreck like fucking West Ham.
Well, in that case.
But no, he actually put them in like a remote location. Like what Capello did with the World Cup, where they're like in the middle of nowhere, there's no city, any town, no fucking taxis.
Just as long as there's no injuries.
I know.
Like, I don't give a fuck about the result. Like, it's just a friendly, innit?
Whoa. I hope Hoslu gets slightly injured. Not Korea.
That's the thing there.
Hope Hoslu bangs a hat-trick, mate.
Slimani hopefully gets a bit of time, because they're playing 3:45 minutes.
If he gets used to the team...
it's not a 9-minute match, playing 3:45 minutes.
If he gets used to the team...
I went on the run this morning, I was fucked after 10 minutes.
I think he's just going to change around, he's going to be fucking A, B and C teams.
That's alright, to be fair. Like, I hope like a lot of young...
It's not a bad thing. It's not like they went really far away. It's went 2 hours away.
That's what he said. It was between Dubai and Spain. He's went to Spain, so
it's not even good.
Went to Spain because he's fucking Spanish man. He wanted to go in here and fucking.
I just got to see his granny, and his granny's on the deathbed, so he's just like, oh,
fucking Manquillo wants to be on the beep 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 beep.
What is he?
He's on the bench back last weekend, wasn't he? Yeah, he was out the game, and I noticed him warming up the weekend. I was thinking, I forgot how to beat.
I forgot he was there.
And I was in the press box. In the press box, I could hear him playing his trumpet in the dugout.
It's just his boots squeaking together. I don't know. Like I hope, like in this Friday, like you get to see a lot of young'uns. I hope like some players get the chances in the shine. Because like when we played Luton. Like we were expecting to change the game against Luton, like so we haven't really seen any young'uns.
I think it's the main squad that's going out there. You'll see fringe players like Murphy and that.
Like youth academies, like Newcastle's youth academy doesn't really get a look in. Like we're saying, like Everton, Liverpool, Man United, City, they've got really good youth systems that like push the players in. Arsenal now. Like Newcastle didn't like push the young'uns.
Fucking under 23s beat Sunderland last week on the derby of their place on penalties. Good beat them on pens.
Yeah.
Totally took out of the stadium. That was fucking
like Sunderland had more fans there than fucking day on the fucking normal championship game.
We took more fans there than what
we had so many, man. It was fucking nuts. But I tell you one thing, I fucking do want to say it, like in terms of like how unhappy we get with our owner and shit. Fucking.
At least he invested when we went down.
Yeah, like at least he fucking invested.
All the invested was Chris Coleman's fucking wages. That's what the money was went on.
At least he invested. At least we're not booting off. Like. You know
I think their owner did what Ashley does in the Premier League, where it was just loans on. They got grabbing on loan, and he realised how shit it was and thought, this is a massive shithole, I want to get away from this.
Mick Lowe said on the podcast. Mick Lowe was like, it's irrelevant, like, he's just like, it's irrelevant, you just get out of it and just fucking focus on it. He was right, like, he made sense the way he put it, but it's fucking, it's good time to be a Toon fan, like, it was fucking 2 weeks ago, it was fucking horrible time, it was horrible, my fucking week of work was ruined. But no, it's alright. I'm enjoying going to work, happy, fucking living the dream. I've got a bit of stress.
Still need to
thinking about worrying, can't really sleep properly. But other than that, it's alright.
Nah, I think the break's a positive thing. Like, you know, it can get a bit boring or
it's a good job
staying at home. So to get them away,
it's maybe it's a good job that it's like Huddersfield. So like Huddersfield, like if you beat Huddersfield, it'll be a good result. But if like you had the break and came against a tough team, it would be kind of daunting looking on like 3 weeks worth and having to come against like fucking City or something.
You look at other run-ins, right, and you think, oh, this isn't that bad, but I look at that, still shit me pants. Like, I look at Leicester and think, ooh, they're...
I think other teams got harder run-ins, like Huddersfield's got a harder run-in.
Like, Everton are doing shit this season, but like, they're still decent. West Brom, we need to just hopefully...
I think it really is the home game. It's like
West Brom,
Huddersfield, I think I fancy would beat Arsenal, I really do.
I was home to West Brom.
Brighton beat Arsenal, I just think they're away from home, they're pretty...
I think a point against Arsenal.
They'll be in Europe and that. I think we'll get something. West Brom, I think we'll beat Chelsea, we've got a good record here against.
I definitely think 8 points is doable. 8 points, if you look at 8 points, definitely doable.
Really do have a good record against like Chelsea. Take a point against Chelsea and Arsenal.
I think is Watford home or away?
Away.
So I think we'll do West Brom home.
We've still got
West Brom away as well.
We've still got Spurs in there as well, by the way.
Yeah,
Spurs before Huddersfield. We've got
Simon have got Harry Kane.
West Brom away, or
not at home.
We'll do West Brom because they'll be fucking gone by then. Fucking Pardew will be fucking in the Maldives, just fucking.
Oh, imagine you got sacked like just after the Toon defeat. That'd be hilarious.
It was writings on the wall, you know. It's mad. He's done alright with some clubs, but it always just goes to shit. Like not even
he always
like
starts
not
that
like
he didn't even have that honeymoon period. He always normally has his honeymoon period.
He's hoying the fucking
he starts on
fucking
fire,
players and that.
like
Everyone.
I'd like a sausage roll, please.
The Pardew. Like he starts on fire and everyone thinks he's like totally turning the club around. Like everyone's gonna be mint under Pardew, but then I just can't shit.
I was chuffed with that of Sports West Brom. Boy, you're going down, baby.
Just watching everyone. Enjoy yourself.